It's preparing the view. Okay, I'm going to go live. We should be live.
Hello, thank you for joining us, everyone. We're here tonight for the Release the Butterfly concert. So I'll start off by introducing myself. So my name is Abby Evans, and I will be your host for this evening. We're first gonna begin by talking a little bit about why we're here tonight, and that's to spread awareness about ichthyosis. So ichthyosis is a group of more than 25 rare genetic skin disorders that are characterized by dry, scaly skin. These disorders are not contagious, and they are often associated with other health concerns such as temperature regulation, infection, and joint and mobility issues. The Foundation for Ichthyosis is an organization that represents all forms of ichthyosis and related skin conditions. Every 2 years, the organization hosts a national conference to support its members. The national conference was supposed to take place this coming June, but in light of recent circumstances, it has been postponed. So we would like to bring a piece of the conference to you tonight. The conference is so important because it really embodies FIRST's mission. It educates its members by providing access to medical experts in the field of ichthyosis. It also inspires us by allowing us to share our stories and our struggles with each other. And it also helps us to connect through face-to-face interactions. This is really irreplaceable, as ichthyosis is such a rare group of skin disorders that we don't often get to connect with those who share our same struggles, except for in this type of format. Tonight, we have some of my friends with ichthyosis with you that will be performing. So I'll start off with myself. I have lamellar ichthyosis.
Hi, my name is Hunter, and I have harlequin ichthyosis.
Hi, I'm Bailey, and I have lamellar ichthyosis.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and I have something in between lamellar ichthyosis and CIE.
Hi, I'm Portia, and I have confetti ichthyosis.
Hi, I am Tracy Pretak. I am Bailey's mom, and I'm the first vice president of FIRST Board of Directors. More than 20 years ago, I started doing Release the Butterfly concerts in my own hometown to teach people some important values. Love one another. Accept those who look different than you. Treat others how you want to be treated. And embrace who you are to find your own self-confidence. We have always shared a message of hope and love. A few weeks ago in our first virtual concert, I sang that I am waiting for a change so you can be you and I can be me. Waiting for a change, waiting for the day when hate is lost and love is found. Today, more than ever, we need to be reminded that change starts with us. Be the one who listens. Be the one who cares. Be the one who looks beyond the surface to meet the human below. Be the one who starts the change. And together, we can make the world a better place. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Thank you, Tracy, for such a message that really embodies our whole concert and what we believe as a whole. So to kick it off for the night, I just want to express a little bit about the national conference. So prior to attending the Foundation for Ichthyosis and Related Skin Type National Conference, we often feel like those around us don't really understand our struggles and our stories. So tonight we will begin with Hunter Steinitz, who will be singing Waving Through a Window.
Hello, friends. This song is Waving Through a Window. I hope you enjoy. I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare. No slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong. But every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you've fallen in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you've fallen in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you've fallen in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you've fallen in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Whoa! Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hunter. That was a wonderful performance. And it really embodies what it can sometimes feel like to not know anyone with ichthyosis and kind of be an outsider in your own world. Next, we have Will Van Slander, who will be singing and tap dancing to Dancing on My Own.
Hi everybody, my name is Will, and you're about to see me do a song and dance to the song Dancing on My Own. Now the song is about somebody that you love and care about very much, leaving you for another person. And if you look at it like that, then it doesn't make a ton of sense as to why we included it in this concert. However, if you look at this person that's leaving you as your feeling of self-worth and your feeling of self-esteem, then you're going to know and understand that these feelings can be very fragile and very breakable when you have some sort of external condition such as a skin disorder. And when somebody else comes along and those feelings leave you and they're taken away from you, it can leave you feeling broken. It can leave you feeling really defeated, and it can leave you dancing on your own.
Somebody said you got a new friend. But does he love you better than I can? so near. The lights come up and the music dies, but you don't see me standing there. I just came to say goodbye, 'cause I'm in the corner watching you kissing. Oh, and I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. And I keep dancing on my own. And oh no, I said I'm in the corner watching you kissing. Oh no, and I'm right over here. Oh, why can't you see me? Oh, and I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. And I keep dancing on my own. And oh no, so far away, but still so near. The lights come up and the music dies, but you don't see me standing here.
Thank you, Will. That was great the way you combined two forms of artistry to create such a moving performance. Next, we will have our own performer, Bailey Pretek, who embodies this idea of that some days are better than others, and that we may have felt confidence in the past, but we may feel vulnerable along our journey. And she does so through her performance of Cry Pretty. She will be accompanied by Tracy Pretek.
One thing I've learned over the years in my journey to confidence is that it is by no means linear. There are days where I'm confident in who I am and days where I struggle in my skin. So I wanted to share with you the song Cry Pretty to reflect the days where I am facing insecurities. I'm sorry, but I'm just a girl. I'm not usually the kind to show my heart to the world. I'm pretty good at keeping it together. Hold my composure, for worse or for better. So I apologize. You don't like what you see. Sometimes my emotions get the best of me, and falling apart is as human as it gets. Can't hide it, can't fight what the truth is. You can pretty lie, say it's okay. You can pretty smile, just walk away. Pretty much make your way through anything, but you can't cry pretty. Oh no, you can't dress it up. Lace or rhinestones, it don't matter if you're in a crowd. Home all alone, yeah, it's all the same. When you're looking in the mirror, a picture of pain, so let it flow like a river. You can pretty lie, say it's okay. You can pretty smile, and just walk away. Pretty much
Thank you, Bailey. That was such a beautiful yet heartbreaking song. I greatly appreciated that performance. It really related to how I sometimes feel along my journey with ichthyosis. So talking about how our families might feel along their journey, our families often walk this journey with us, and they see the toll that it can take on us sometimes, and they often hope and pray for us to find a community of our own. So next we have Tracy Pretek, who is the mom of Bailey, who just performed, and she will perform God Help the Outcasts.
The first time I heard this song, I thought of Bailey and all that she had been going through as a young child. It quickly became one of my favorite songs, and I've performed it for over 20 years in the Release the Butterfly concerts. In 2016, I had the opportunity to sing this at the first national conference. For so many years, I had sung this as a prayer for people with ichthyosis, and now I was singing to them. It was an incredible moment and so overwhelming, one of the highlights of my professional career. I hope you enjoy this.
Misfortune and
So as we hope for community that Tracy longs for in her performance, we look forward to times like those at the first national conference, where we can reunite and lean on each other for support. So next, Tracy Pretek is going to talk a little bit about what the first national conference has meant to her throughout these years of being a parent.
Thanks, Abby. The first national conference has been life-changing for us, and I really don't know what I would do without this organization. Growing up in a small town, we actually live in a village in the middle of nowhere. To be able to make that connection with people that know what this rare skin disorder is like and how to most effectively treat it, and just to give us hope for a future is just priceless. It's a priceless gift. And I say all the time that I am forever grateful to FIRST and forever indebted to them for basically saving Bailey's life. Tonight, I just want to take a moment. In addition to that, we want to just mention that if you are able to give a donation tonight, we would really appreciate that. It helps so much with our programs and to keep this organization running. We give back because we believe that it is so crucial what they do when we're such a rare community, that this organization needs to be here for generations to come. So the kids like Portia, and then Portia's children after her, and generation after generation after generation will have the chance to just have this organization and these people that they can rely on. So tonight, if you can make a donation, we're going to drop the link for the donation in the comment section. Click on that and you can go there and help us out to keep our message going and to keep giving hope and answers to families that are affected with this. If you are one of our first 100 to give $100 or more, we have a special gift for you. If you liked the song that I just sang, it is #1 on our Release the Butterfly CD. You can listen to me sing it all the time if you'd like. So drop a $100 donation and I will gladly send you this. I'll even autograph it if you'd like. And some of my other friends that are performing tonight are on this, and Ross will talk a little bit about that later, but we just wanted to send a special gift to those of you who go above and beyond and help us out in that way. So thank you so much. I'm going to turn it back to Abby.
Thank you, Tracy. I would like it known that I don't have an autographed copy of the CD. I have a few copies myself, but none that are autographed. So that would be very special to receive an autographed one.
Okay.
So as Tracy just mentioned, we often come from a world where we're the only ones who look different. So we attend this first conference and we find that we are surrounded by similar faces. Here we are encouraged to express our true selves, like in the song True Colors, which will be performed by Jason Phipps and accompanied by Nancy Baker.
You with your sad eyes, don't be discouraged, oh, I realize it's hard to have courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all when the darkness inside you, oh, it makes you feel so small. I can see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show. Your true colors, your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me your smile then. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you happy.
When this world makes you crazy and you've taken all that you can bear, you can call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show. Your true colors, your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Smile, sad eyes, take courage now and realize, oh, when this world makes you crazy and you've taken all that you can bear, you can call me up because you know I'll be there. Can I see your true colors shining through? I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show. Your true colors, your true colors are beautiful. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show. Your true colors, your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow.
Thank you, Jason. That performance was incredible. Next, we have Nicole and Mark Saylor, who have connected with other members of FIRST and have learned the value of being able to help those affected with ichthyosis become our true selves.
Hello, thanks for tuning in tonight. We are Mark and Nicole Saylor. We have 5 children. 2 of them are affected. One has Harlequin ichthyosis. The other is lamellar ichthyosis. And we and our children have been blessed abundantly by the FIRST organization, starting almost 6 years ago now.
So that's when we first adopted Daniel. He was just a month old, and he was pretty sick in the beginning, in and out of the hospital a lot. And we really relied on people from FIRST as an organization, and also the other families, to be able to help us understand what was going on medically, and to provide support, and to also just give us hope that in the future he would not always be this sick. One way that really helped with that was when Mark and Hunter Steinitz, Hunter has the same type of ichthyosis as Daniel, they came and visited us in the hospital in person. And seeing a young woman in college really thriving and doing well with the same type of ichthyosis as Daniel was just really important for us to imagine a really great future for our little sick baby at that time. And then fast forward a few years, and FIRST started advocating for a young boy in Colombia who had lamellar ichthyosis. His name was Christian. And one thing led to another, and he ended up becoming our son a few years later. And so we're just really thankful because of FIRST. Our family is thriving and growing, and we're just really thankful.
Yeah, thank you FIRST. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the just the families around the world that have helped us, and y'all are doing great stuff. Thank you so much.
So thank you. I've actually had the honor of meeting Nicole and Mark Saylor at multiple conferences, and I've also met them at various events outside of the national conference. And because of these face-to-face interactions that have occurred, we've really become great family friends over the years. Tracy, have you ever made a lifelong friend from First?
Absolutely. I have an exciting story to share tonight. The very first conference that we ever went to, Bailey was 2 years old. And I remember going into that and having so many questions about her future and, you know, what would it be like? And meeting the adults there that were affected with ichthyosis was really life-changing for both of us. I met a man named Jim, who actually is a marathon runner, and that blew my mind because he has the same type of ichthyosis as Bailey, and she cannot sweat. And I thought, how on earth can someone who can't sweat run long distance and run marathons? And he proceeded to tell me that his parents chose to raise him as normal as possible, and anything he wanted to try, they would let him do it and find a safe way to make it happen. And so because of that, when Bailey came to me and said, "Mom, I want to dance," the first thought in my mind was, oh my goodness, it's going to be so hot, especially on stage under all those lights. Well, I remember Jim and the story he shared, and I talked to her dance teacher, and to, you know, make a long story short, she not only became an incredible dancer, she also became a dance teacher, and it's been exciting to watch. So we went several years without attending any conferences, and in 2012, we went back to Denver, and on Friday morning when we walked into the general meeting where everyone was in the same room, I walked in and the first person I locked eyes with was Jim. And 24 years later, Bailey got to actually meet this man that I have been telling her all along, Jim is the reason I'm letting you do this. If it wouldn't have been for Jim, this wouldn't have happened. And so it's just been amazing. And now we go back to be Jim to someone else and be able to give them hope about the future for themselves or their kids. And it was just a really cool moment for her to finally be able to meet him.
Now, Hunter, I think one time you told me that you had a similar story about Tracy meeting Jim, that you met someone that really inspired you at a conference. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me, Abby. I met Stephanie Moore Turner, who I met her. I've only met her in person once, and that was at the Kansas City conference in 2004. And she was the first person with Harlequins that I was aware was older than me, because Harlequins is one of the rarer types of ichthyosis. So there weren't a whole lot of us at the conferences as I was growing up. And so when I met Stephanie for the first time, I was aware that she was older than I was. And so to meet someone who was older than me and who, I had talked with her a bit over the phone and stuff before then, but she was a cheerleader and she went out onto the field and cheered for her team and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, really? You can do that? That's awesome. So being able to meet someone who is doing something that you never thought you really could do or was possible for you to do, kind of like Bailey and dancing. Me, it was actually it was softball, not cheering, but similar enough, similar vein, sportsy, and that lasted into a friendship with Stephanie that continued for a long time. So, and we're very grateful to First for having that conference where it was, so that I could meet someone like that. It's really fun.
So it sounds like a lot of us have made these great connections. I know I've made great connections with some teens at the conference who are maybe a little bit younger than me, but I've really gotten close to them and have gotten excited by hearing about what they're doing each time I go back to a conference. Bailey, you like to hang out with the youngsters as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So one of my favorite things about the conference is definitely the younger kids. I think it all started back when we went to the Denver conference. I actually held a royal tea for the boys and girls to just talk to them about their self-worth and how their skin doesn't have to define them. And then 2 years later, Natalie and I came back. Natalie's my best friend from college. So she and I did musical theater camps with the kids. 2 years later, we repeated that. And also at the conference in Indianapolis, I had recently won a pageant. So I showed up in my blue gown with my crown and everyone thought I was Elsa. And that never even crossed my mind. But over the years at these conferences, I've just really realized how much of an important role I have to be a role model to this next generation. And honestly, my favorite part of the conference is when I'm just standing in the hallway and all of a sudden I feel little arms around me because they can't wait to hug me, or, we start getting texts before we even arrive. We're still like at the airport and, one of the kids is like, Mom, find out where Bailey is. And I don't know, I should probably come up with a nickname for all of my kiddos, but yeah, that's definitely a highlight. And I try to stay in touch with them throughout the year. And so, yeah.
That's so awesome that we've all made such great connections with people of all ages through the first conference. So sharing our struggles with these people, it really allows us to speak the same language, and we learn that we're not alone no matter which age range we are, where we're at in life, and that we are perfect just the way we are. So next we're going to get back to the concert, and Lindsay Weedo embodies this idea of being perfect just the way we are in her performance of Perfect.
So a couple of years ago, Bailey and Tracy asked me to be a part of their local leg of the Release the Butterfly tour, and I was very excited to be able to sing with them and to be a part of something that had such an uplifting and positive message. They actually helped me pick this song because of the message that it conveys. I really hope you enjoy it. Made a wrong turn once or twice, dug my way out, blood and fire, bad decisions, that's alright. Welcome to my silly life. Mistreated, misplaced, misunderstood, no way, it's all good, it didn't slow me down. Mistaken, always second guessing, underestimated, look, I'm still around. Pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect. Pretty, pretty please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me. You're so mean when you talk about yourself. You were wrong. Change the voices in your head, make them like you instead. So complicated, look how big you'll make it, filled with so much hatred, such a tired game. It's enough, I've done all I can think, I've chased down all my demons, see you do the same. Oh, pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect. Pretty, pretty please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect. The whole world's scared, so I swallow the fear. The only thing I should be drinking is a nice root beer, so cool and limed, and we try, but we try too hard. It's a waste of my time. Been looking for the critics, cause they're everywhere. They don't like my jeans, they don't get my hair. Exchange ourselves, and we do it all the time. Why do we do that? Why do I do that? Why do I do that? Yeah!
Thank you, Lindsay. For lack of a better description, that was perfect and so moving to our concert. It's so fitting to, like, when we're all at the conference and we discover that there are these people that love and accept us just the way we are. Nicole Saylor expresses these connections that she's made at the first conference with her performance of It's You I Like.
It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. The way you are right now. The way down deep inside you. Not the things that hide you. Not your toys. They're just beside you. But it's you I like. Every part of you. Your skin, your eyes, your feelings. Whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember even when you're blue. That it's you I like. It's you yourself. It's you. It's you I like.
Thank you, Nicole. I loved all the pictures of Nicole's family and all of her kids. So at the first national conference, we get to make these connections with kids like those from the Saylor family. But we also have speakers who inspire us as well. In 2018 in Nashville, Bailey was actually the first keynote speaker with ichthyosis and was able to present us with her message of being herself.
Ugly. 20 years ago, if you asked me to describe myself, ugly would have been my answer. I might have used shy, insecure, even worthless too. You see, I grew up different because of my skin. I couldn't hide it. I've been stared at as if I'm some sort of freak who belongs in a sideshow. I was called Scaly Bailey. People wouldn't touch things I touched. I was bullied by exclusion, always on the outside looking in. And I'm certain I'm not alone. What has the world labeled you? Too fat? Too thin? Too short? Too tall? Too plain? Too kind? Too smart? Have you been bullied because you don't fit into some predetermined mold? The labels stick, and all you can see is what's wrong with you. Your insecurities become flashing neon lights. You begin to feel less than. But you are enough simply because you exist. There is no one else in this world like you. Your differences make you unique. It is time to peel off those labels. Don't let them stick. Embrace who you are so you can live your full potential and bring the world what only you can. Today, if asked to describe myself, I would use beautiful, confident, unique, and strong. When I look in the mirror, I am allowing myself to recognize my value and worth. I can finally see my own beauty. I turned my pain into a purpose. I tore off those labels and I let go. I am choosing to be me, completely and unapologetically. The question is, will you?
Thank you, Bailey. Hearing just a snippet of your speech really took me back to that Nashville conference where I first heard your inspiring message. And the connections you've made in life and through the conference really have shown in your ability to inspire others through your words and your story. And because of the connections that we make at the conference, we begin to feel inspired to accept ourselves, just as Bailey talks about, which is illustrated in Gabby's performance of Beautiful.
Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful no matter what they say. Words can bring me down. I am beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can bring me down. So don't you bring me down today. To all your friends, you're delirious, so consumed in all your doom, trying hard to fill the emptiness. The piece is gone, left the puzzle undone. Is that the way it is? You are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can bring you down. You are beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can bring you down. No, so don't you bring me down today. No matter what we do, no matter what we say, we'll sing the song inside the tune, full of beautiful mistakes. And everywhere we go, the sun will always shine. And tomorrow we might wake up on the other side. And we are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can bring us down. We are beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can bring us down. So don't you bring me down today.
Thank you, Gabby, for sharing this song that can inspire all of us. Next, we have Tiffany McLaurin, and she is going to perform Hills and Valleys. This song really embodies one of the great parts of the first conference, that you form friendships with people who can ride your ups and downs with you through life.
Hi, it is such a privilege and a blessing to be able to join the Release the Butterfly virtual concert. The song that I will be singing for you this evening is entitled Hills and Valleys by Torrin Wells. I chose this song because it's a song that encourages my soul, and it reminds me that whether I'm experiencing wonderful things in my life or if I'm facing trials, I can believe and trust in a God who is with me no matter what. Here is Hills and Valleys. I've walked among the shadows, you've wiped my tears away. I felt the pain of heartbreak, and I've seen the brighter days.
and I pray prayers to heaven from my lowest place. I have held your blessings, God, you give and take away. No matter what I have, your grace is enough. No matter where I am, I'm standing in your love. On the mountains I will bow my life to the one who sets me there. In the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing through the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and valleys, and I am not alone. I've watched my dreams get broken. In you I hope again. No matter what, I know I'm safe inside your hand. On the mountains I will bow my life to the one who sets me there. In the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sets me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and valleys, and I am not alone. Father, you give and you take away every joy and every pain. You know you will remain over it all. Oh, you give and take away every joy and every pain. You know you will remain over it all. In the mountains I will bow my life, yeah. In the valley I will lift my eyes. Oh, on the mountain I will bow my life to the one who sets me there. In the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sets me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. Walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. No, I'm not God of the valley, God of the hills and valleys, and I am not alone.
Thank you, Tiffany, for your inspirational performance. So this song really reminded me, I mean, as Tiffany says it in the song, that we're not alone. At the First National Conference, you're never alone in your struggles. You're never alone at the conference, really. You're always surrounded by supportive people who you can connect with, whether it's through joy or whether it's through maybe some like sad moments, remembering a time in your life when you struggled. And really everyone at the First Conference is there to support each other. So actually, I think, Hunter, do you have a story about the kids and how?
Yeah,
This told me one a couple days
is
ago.
a memory. This is a memory from the last conference in Nashville. It was Thursday night, so it was before the conference had really gotten going, and we were just kind of sitting around and eating and talking, and two little ones came up to me. And they said, you know, why don't you come and play hide and seek with us? No one's really around, and we can sort of play hide and seek. And I said, okay, let me finish what I'm eating, and I'll come up and play with you. So I did, And by the time everyone had gathered to play, we had about 30 or 40 kids there to play hide and seek together, because those two had come to my table, but they had also gone to every other table that had a kid on it and said, hey, why don't you come and play with us? So this group of like 40 of us played hide and seek in the hallway of the hotel. And that just goes to show how much, you know, at these conferences, all of these kids and all of, not just the kids, but the adults too, we're coming from places where we're the only one around us who looks like we do. And when we go to the conference, all of a sudden you're not the only one anymore. And all of a sudden you're surrounded by people who know exactly what it feels like to be left out. And so no one is allowed to be at the conference. Those, you know, Abby, I remember talking with you about, you know, Friday nights or Saturday nights in the pool of like, you know, hey, you know, this group of us, we're going to go and get our swimsuits on, go swimming. And we're on our way down and we see like 3 other people and we say, hey, why don't you come join us? Until you've got like 15 people in the pool together. It's fun. And that's part of being part of this community and part of being at the conference and what we miss about it so much.
Yeah, definitely. Hunter, I think anytime we go to the pool too, it's funny, we start out in the pool, but then because of our ichthyosis, we have trouble regulating our body temperature. So you'll see 15 people in the pool, and then all of a sudden, all 15 people will be cold, and they'll migrate over to the hot tub, and then we can't sweat, a lot of us, not all of us, but most of us. So we get hot in the hot tub, so we have to all migrate back over to the pool after 10 minutes. And it's just so nice to not have, you know, not be like with friends that don't get it. You're definitely with like a supportive community and everyone just gets it. Like why you do what you have to do and you have a lot of fun. So next, we're also going to talk a little bit more about how the conference doesn't allow any of us to feel left out, just as Hunter said and I said with the pool. And at the first conference, no one is allowed to feel this way. So next we have Carly Folks with Come Alive. This really embodies what it is like at the first conference after you realize that you're around a bunch of people who just get it.
Hello everyone. So my favorite thing about going to the first conference is that I can see all my friends and finally feel normal for once.
That was such a great performance that Carly just had. And I've actually had the pleasure of meeting Carly at a couple First national conferences, and she always brings so much energy into the room. She just always exudes this confidence about herself. And like Carly, throughout the First conference journey, throughout the weekend, we start to notice that our confidence grows from the community around us. So with this inspiration, Michaela Murphy will perform 2 Irish reels.
Hi, my name is Michaela Murphy, and I'm going to play 2 traditional Irish reels for you. The first is called the Ivy Leaf, and the second is called the Monaghan Twig.
Michaela, that was an awesome performance. So the last performer you just heard was Michaela Murphy, and she is actually a part of the core team of Release the Butterfly. Release the Butterfly is this traveling group that connects families across the country and shares hope while educating their communities about ichthyosis by way of a concert. The concert is important because it provides face-to-face connections for those living with ichthyosis and their community, much like the conference does. This weekend is the tour's 5-year anniversary, and we've been to many places across the country, both coasts, places in between, and we've even been invited to other countries, and we would love to come to your hometown. So to learn more about the concert or how to host us in your own hometown, please contact the First office at www.firstskinfoundation.org. And we actually started the core team here because we met at one of the First national conferences, and that's what brought us together and made this like lifelong connection for us. Does anyone else have any lifelong connections that they've made outside of the core team at the conferences?
Oh, I do. Oh gosh, let me think how far we go back.
Oh, no. That's a good start.
No, it's nothing bad, I promise. Rose is a very good friend of mine. If you're watching tonight, hi Rose. She and I met at the, oh God, was it the Seattle conference? Seattle in 2002. And I can't believe it's been almost 20 years. What is this life? And we have gotten together at just about every conference since then that both of us have been at, and our it's so great whenever we get to come together again. I miss you terribly, sweetie. I hope to see you in Providence.
Yeah, I've actually had the pleasure of meeting Rose as well. I know Michaela and Bailey have as well. And then I've also made friends with Portia, who's on the call tonight. I've known Portia for a while at a couple different conferences. And then Bailey, I know you've known Portia for a long time, probably longer than I have as well. Is there anyone else that you've kind of connected with over time at the conferences?
Yeah, one of the coolest ones I can remember is Laura Ashton. She's from Bermuda. She's actually married now, so I can't remember what her new married name is. But anyway, she actually was looking for a pen pal. And so she contacted first, and they put something in the newsletter, and I saw it. I was like, that'd be so cool to be her pen pal. Because, this was before you could actually text or have social media. You had to actually write letters to people or call them. And she and I were pen pals for years. And we both hit it off. We both loved piano, and obviously we both had the same skin, so we had a lot to share there. And we eventually ended up going to Camp Horizon together in Danville, Pennsylvania, which is a camp for people with skin disorders. And it was just so cool to be able to actually meet her. And since then, I've now seen her at the conferences once my mom and I started going back to them. And it's just cool to see someone that was such a huge part of your childhood, and then to be able to meet them again, years later. And another one that really has impacted me, several years ago, I went on a vacation to Tennessee, and there was this family with a girl, I think she was probably 4 or 5 at the time, that had the same type of ichthyosis as me. Her name was Hannah. And I knew I was going to be traveling from one side of the state to the other, and they kind of lived in the middle. Now, I had never met them other than talking to them on Facebook, but I was like, hey, I'm going to be in Tennessee. Can I swing by so Hannah can meet someone with her skin? And they're like, oh my gosh, please come, stay overnight. It'll be great. So I'll never forget the moment when she was shy at first, but the moment when she turned around and then really realized that our skin was the same. And that's what's so important about these conferences. And to be able to see her at the last one and see how much her confidence has grown, and be able to help her through the bullying she's facing at school. And it's just so important for these young kids to finally see almost like a reflection, because you're looking at someone else that looks just like you, and you can't put a price on that.
Yeah, it sounds like back to the Pen Pal program, I was born in the era of cell phones and social media, but it sounds like I really missed out not having a pen pal like Laura Ashton. So yeah, kind of wish that happened in my childhood. That sounds like such a cool experience. And it's so cool that FIRST brought it all together for you. So can you go ahead, Bailey, and give us just a little bit more information on FIRST and maybe why we should donate and why these national conferences are so important?
Sure. As we've just been saying this whole night, it is so important to be able to donate to FIRST. They provide so much. They provide funding for research, because we are such a rare skin condition that there isn't government funding for that. So be able to get funds to hopefully find a cure someday, or better ways to treat it, or both. And the connection, you just can't, like I said, you can't put a price on that. To be able to realize that you're not the only one in the world that has this, that feels this way. There are other people out there that get it. And just the inspiration, we're able to share our stories with one another. And without FIRST, none of this would be possible, especially that face-to-face connection that we make at the conferences. You can talk on social media all you want, but until you talk face-to-face, it's not the same until you actually see them. So again, this is just a reminder that this is a fundraiser as well, not just a fun sit back and listen to the concert, though that is an awesome part of it. But please, if you can donate any amount, even if it's just $1. I mean, if we had 100 people give $1, that's 100 more dollars than we would have had. So don't feel like $1 is too small. Give up your cup of coffee tomorrow, and instead of going to Starbucks, give $5. And as my mom mentioned earlier, anyone that really feels led to give a large donation of $100 or more, you will get a Release the Butterfly CD. So donate, the link will be in the comments. So thank you.
Thank you, Bailey, for sharing your stories and just sharing why FIRST is so important. to you and to our community as a whole. We're actually going to get back to the concert now. So next we have Ross Bish, and he will be performing The Impossible Dream.
Impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. Unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. My quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable stars, the unreachable stars, the unreachable stars.
Thank you, Ross. That was a great performance. And thank you, Bailey, for your accompaniment. So as we follow along on this journey that this concert has taken us on, during the conference, our confidence grows, just as this concert has shown. And Portia debuted for us in the talent show at the first national conference. The talent show takes place every year. And the first time Portia ever performed in the talent show, she was so shy that her dad had to stand with her, and now she is here, exuding confidence and performing Girl on Fire.
Hey guys, it's Portia, and my favorite thing about the National First Conference is meeting with people who go through the same thing I go through, reconnecting with friends, and my favorite thing, performing at the talent show. So the song I'll be performing is Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. Hope you guys enjoy, and happy Ichthyosis Awareness Month. She's just a girl and she's on fire. Hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire. Feeling like catastrophe, but you know she can fly away. Say oh, she's got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. She's got her head in the clouds and she's not backing down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire. Looks like a girl, but she's a flame. So bright she can burn your eyes. Better look the other way. You can try, but you never forget her name. She's on top of the world, hottest of the hottest girls. Say oh, we've got our feet on the ground and we're burning it down. We've got our heads in the clouds and we're not coming down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's working on fire. This girl is on fire. Everybody stands as she goes by, snakes and flames in her eyes. Mountains and ashes lighting up the night. Nobody knows that she's a lonely girl, and it's a lonely world. But she's gonna make it burn, baby, burn, baby, oh. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on She's just a girl, but she's on fire.
Portia, that was incredible. Just like every time I see you at the talent show at the national conference, you always amaze me, especially because you can play the piano and sing so well, and I can't do either well, so it's just like double wow. So great job tonight. Our last song is the closing song on our CD, which features songs from tonight and some new songs to enjoy by some of the performers that you've seen tonight. Remember that you can receive a copy of this CD with a donation of $100 or more, and that donation link is in the comments below. So this last song, I Believe, will be performed by Tara Hart and accompanied by Tracy Pretek. But stay along because we do have a couple more things after the last song.
Have you ever reached a rainbow's end? And did you find your pot of gold? Ever catch a shooting star? And tell me how I did you so? Ever felt like you were dreaming just to find that you're awake, and the magic that surrounds you can lift you up and guide you on your way? I can see it in the stars across the sky. Dreamt 100,000 dreams before, now I finally realize. You see, I've waited all my life for this moment to arrive, and finally, I believe. When you look out in the distance, you see it never was that far. Oh no, heaven knows of your existence and wants you to be everything you are. Oh, there's a time for every
Thank you, Tara Hart, for your performance, which kind of perfectly encapsulates how confident and inspired we feel at the end of the first national conference. It makes it so we don't want to leave and we can't wait till the next 2 years when we get to come back. So next, Mark Steinitz will share his journey and the impact of the national conference on his life.
There's been a rhythm to it. Gathering with our ichthyosis family every other year has been a welcome respite from what our kids experience every day. I'm talking about the reaction people have to Hunter's appearance. Being the target at every encounter in the public space is something that we all live with, and the family conference has always been that welcome respite. A long weekend without that scrutiny is a priceless gift that we long for and always recharges us. It will be a long year until we can feel that again. Education, inspiration, and connection are all brought to life at every conference. In the early days for us, attending the conference taught us best practices on how to survive. Listening to others ahead of us sharing their lives with ichthyosis gave us hope for Hunter's future. Kansas City 2004 was the first time I recognized that sharing my story was helping to inspire other dads. I was genuinely surprised when some of the guys came to me afterwards to express their gratitude. I knew how valuable attending the conference was for us to that point, and now all the more valuable since. Seeing Hunter's confidence and self-awareness come to the forefront in Chicago 2008 showed us just how important being with other ichthyosis kids had become. In her own words at 14, the connection she felt with others had placed her on the right track.
Be whoever I think I can be and whoever I want to be. It's just I can't let my skin disorder define me. I mean, sure, it's a defect, sure, it's a setback, but I can't let that get in the way of what I want to do with my life.
By the time we gathered in Indianapolis 2014, we were overwhelmed with how many Harlequin kids and families there were to celebrate with. It was a gratifying moment that inspires us to this day. It's fun to look back at what we've accomplished, but we're not done yet. See you in Providence, 2021.
Thank you, Mark, for that story. I think that it's really inspiring, and all those pictures, seeing Hunter grow up by going to the conference every couple years, it's just really inspiring to know the impact that the conference has on ichthyosis families. So I think Ross is going to talk a little bit more about the impact and kind of where your money goes if you donate today.
I don't think it could be said any better than the way that Mark said it again. And it's just amazing. FIRST has helped to connect thousands and thousands of families together to educate, inspire, and connect. That's what the mission of FIRST is. That's the mission that we followed when we started this Release the Butterfly tour, when we came out with our Release the Butterfly CD, which today, as you've been told, if you donate $100 or more, you will receive a free copy of this CD. But what is this CD? Why did we do it? Because we took this message of insecurity to confidence and we put it on a disc so that anybody who's feeling down, anybody who needs a boost of confidence can have that boost of confidence. It's not just for those who have ichthyosis or have anything else, it's for anybody who may need a pick-me-up. And if you're enjoying what you've heard tonight, a lot of the people that you've heard tonight are on this CD. Tracy, Hunter, myself, Michaela, Bailey, Tara, and Abby are all a part of this wonderful project that we put together that have helped so many in the message that it brings. So again, for the first 100 that donate $100 or more, you will receive a copy of this. With this donation and you listen to it, you can pass it along to somebody else who needs to hear this. We all know somebody that needs that message. And we want to continue to follow this mission that FIRST has started, to connect, to inspire, to educate. That is what we are doing for. This is why we keep doing this as soon as and often as we can. So please, any donation that you can donate, please help us out today and help us to continue this wonderful mission that needs to be continued.
And I just want to thank everyone again for tuning in tonight. And for those of you who have been able to donate, thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. You have no idea the impact it will have. And let us remember to love one another, accept one another, and to embrace our differences. Ever since I was a little girl, I've longed for a world where people could just be who they were made to be without living in fear. In light of recent events in our country, I am reminded of how much further we still have to go. This world can change, but each of us must start in our own little corner of the world. We must unite together, speak up for those who have no voice, raise our children to not be fearful of people different than them, and we cannot remain silent. It is time to change the world, one neighborhood at a time. Back to you, Abby.
Thank you, Bailey. Now we have a few closing remarks, and then I'm going to turn it over to Chris from the Foundation for Ichthyosis and Related Skin Types so she can give a few closing remarks as well. So first off, thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed all of these performances and our message of hope and inspiration. This concert closes out Ichthyosis Awareness Month, which is the month of May. And we just want to say again, even if you watched, if you donated, thank you for supporting the Foundation for Ichthyosis and Related Skin Types and the Release the Butterfly concert. If you would like to learn more about ichthyosis or the Release the Butterfly concert tour, please visit the FIRST website, which is www.firstskinfoundation.org. And now I'm going to turn it over to Chris for some closing remarks.
Thanks, Abby. I just wanted to say thank you all for attending tonight, and we're thrilled to let you know that for Ichthyosis Awareness Month, it was extremely successful. It was filled with events, social media story sharing, Zoom calls, donations, special t-shirts and sweatshirts, and numerous online fundraisers. And we want to thank each and every one of you who helped us celebrate in any way that was special to you. At the start of Ichthyosis Awareness Month, we set a goal for our supporters to help us to achieve 20% participation rate of donating $20 or more, or anything that you could. And I'd like to say that you all answered with a resounding yes. And although we didn't meet our 20% goal, we are so grateful for your support to help us advance our mission. This month we received over 360 donations totaling over $41,000, and that will help us provide services to you guys, to all your family members, your friends, and we cannot thank you enough. We are so thrilled that you decided to join us tonight as such a special way to wrap up Ichthyosis Awareness Month. And I just wanted to give a special shout out to Abby as well. Not only was she a fantastic MC tonight, she's offered her help throughout the years many, many times. And she jumped into advocacy a couple of years ago. She traveled with me to DC for the American Academy of Dermatology's Legislative Day. And she used her voice to advocate for all of you. And Abby, I just wanted to thank you and thank each and every one of you talented performers tonight. You were absolutely amazing. And I know I speak for the entire FIRST staff, the FIRST board, the Medical and Scientific Advisory Board, in all saying thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. We couldn't do it without you. Thanks again and have a great rest of your night.